Welcome back to the channel with more PLO 20 action. My name is NutRaisin, and yeah, we'll be doing more of just that, playing PLO 20. Hopefully on run at once as well, but there we're still waiting for tables to kick off. Don't think we have a value bet here. Hope he doesn't have a king with a bad kicker. Yeah. Right, so there's plenty of PLO 50 action happening on round 1, so I think I saw more than 40 entries there, but for PLO 20, unfortunately, we have to table start. Hope some people join. In the meanwhile, we make do with some GG Poker, some Natural 8, GG Poker Network, some Natural 8 tables. I have a feeling that that 4-table limit is gonna hit us any day, any second now. We check the GG Poker Network Discord, see if there's any news in that regard. Don't see the news yet. So the first stream went so-so. Not convinced I played all that well. Didn't play completely horrible, but the EV graph on Natural 8 does tell a different story. We're lucky to run over EV. We should have lost a whole lot today. As it stands, we're down a little bit, but not horribly so. We're down like 3-ish, 3.5-ish buy-ins, something like that. In terms of PLO 20 buy-ins in euro, so 60 euros, something like that, 70. Still currently only sitting on one table, waiting for a seat on the second one. Just now filling up. Heads up, huh? My speciality. Well, let's give it a whirl. Maybe going to move tables as well. No joy? There we go. In the meantime, they seem to be playing a decent pot. Oh wow. No kidding they are. It's got cards with the red, really. But well, I guess it's unlikely that he's up against a full house right now, but still. That's that. The other guy wins with quads second time around. No bonus though, since they ran it multiple times. What? Pashten! 1234, thank you very much for following. Cheers. That's awesome. Against the cutoff, could go for light ISO. Actually, let's... It's kind of dicey. Yeah, I'm starting to like it less, because this guy is a short stack. If he comes over the top, it's... I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not great either. On this board, the money's gonna go in. Let's see what we're up against. We're up against a pube. Wow, what? Okay. I mean, turns out on this board he is a decent amount of equity on the flop, but how the hell does he show up with that hand? That'd be brutal to lose it, man. Oh, come on. Okay. The rarely seen quadruple suited hand. Okay. Wow. Okay, that was kind of funny. Ace 10 deuce deuce. Actually, let's overlimp. Okay. That'll work for me. Doubtful that we get any money out of anyone, though. Yeah. Guess a proper min bet might have been worth a shot there. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Checks really quickly. Let's take it as a timing tell. And we do pick it down. Pick it down? Pick it up, take it down. You take your pick. Or take it down. Yeah, don't think I should raise this under the gun. Let me rephrase. I shouldn't raise this under the gun. This is straight up fold. I had the same issue yesterday. I don't know what's up with my voice. And the second stream. I did absolutely no yelling in the meantime, as far as I'm aware. Let's do check up on this one. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I think even double suited needs something to needs to be like an ace queen, ace king deuces to be playable under the gun, but let's make sure. No, actually that's too nitty. That's fine. That's actually a fine open call. Excuse me. Some hands that do not get played by the solver. Actually only 3. That would be the ace 8, ace 7, ace 6, because the connectivity is lacking. Ace 9 probably still strong enough by itself. You know, double suited and paired with the pair of deuces. And then you have the Broadway aces, ace king queen, jack 10 with deuces that can make a straight and have a very good high card strength. And then all the ace 5, 4, 3 with a pair of deuces get played, because then you can make the wheel. Pretty intriguing board. Am I shown the right table? Yeah. How can we miss? How can we miss on this board? Huh, okay. Sad though. I don't mind betting the flop here, I believe. And I didn't have the complete wrap, the queen was kind of worthless at that point, but just having all the straight draws there seems strong enough. Oh, the quadruple suited guy left. That's a pity. I think there was a better than average chance for us to get our money back at some point. How are we gonna go about this? I think we'll just call. Try to check raise now? No? Ugh, really. Alright, once the board pairs, we'll give up on it. Also, we do have to vote on value. Kind of throws me for a loop a little bit, but we'll let it be. Yeah, okay. Oh, it rightly threw me for a loop. Bet sizing and the speed of the bet. Uh-oh, that I want to see. You make it blouse. Yeah, sorry about that. Seems alright. As far as bluffs are concerned. Really? Okay. It's not like we're getting raised on flops left and right. Let's see. Would have, should have, could have happened. Might be a mistake. I'm gonna fold this one to a raise. Let's see what if the Matrix would open this in the first place. I'm starting to have doubts. The suits are crappy. And so is the connectivity. Yeah, rightly so. Goes down to the Ace-King 9-4, suited like this. And that one gets raise folded. Oh wow, big part up here. But actually, let's keep watching this. We kind of started watching it. Bolts. Is that worth it, closing the action? Maybe. Not an easy spot. Oops. Any substantial bet, we will have to let it go now. Is that substantial enough? That's an excellent question, sirs. Also, the board pairing might not necessarily be the nicest thing. We are getting an excellent price. Okay. Now it's the question if he leads out, life is gonna blow. He doesn't though. Unless this guy has to flush and a full house. Good a lot. Switch over to here, we're up against the same guy, the Bang Tang dude, classified as a tight player. Particularly happy with the turn. On the other hand, it is a single race pot. You get this guy to fold, this guy to snap call. Oh, thank the Lord. For a very tidy pot, incidentally. More than doubling up. He's not... maybe I'm overthinking it. I had a whole chain of thoughts ready, and then I thought, probably overthinking it. We'll just put the money in here. Low roll? How does he show up with that hand? That is curious. Might suit my assumptions about this player. Happy Days over here. And over here as well, both involving jacks. I like it. It's the bro tank gentleman as well. Did take it down with the triple jacks. Sure what's taking so long. Down here, a single race pot. He checked us twice. I think this is a good spot to try to steal it away. Phew. That 10 I'd much rather leave than take. Really hope it doesn't bet again. Yeah, that's the trouble with the 10. Actually, the 5 was really nice for him already. Anywho, it's not gonna stick around, not gonna play heads up. And the same is true here. Roman Heek, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you back, Roman. Hey, that's nice. And you do have the best emotes. Say. Ah, we have 3 ways. See, I hadn't noticed you here in the corner. Then I would have sized up a little bit. Okay. Not ideal. Okay. So currently only sitting on 4 tables in total. Be a moment until we find a seat on another. Reckon. Tables are there? Oh, there are only 6 tables in total. That blows. Range. nothing over here. If it goes on like that on Natural 8, we might actually have to resort to some microgaming action. Fire up microgaming, see if there are good tables there. Never know. Because we thought they have been kind of excellent recently at various times of the day. Okay. So-so. Tables that I do see. Maybe this one here could be fun. Sure. It's down there. Fire up the old poker tracker. Oh, Sluska, welcome back. I'll get to read your comment in a second. Setting up stuff. Oops, sorry. Lag it there a little. I'd be interested to see you playing really lag and position in these games would work. You being a 3-bit monkey on the button. I think it would be more profitable. I played several times with a guy that's way out of line with 3-bit spree and it's really quite tough to combat even though he's pretty bad. I've played against people like that and I completely agree. It is can be incredibly tough to combat even though if you're thinking like, man, this guy is bad, and you know, often enough this turns out to be true. But if they just keep on putting pressure, it's tough to counter, and it might be a fun thing to do at really low stakes, just go crazy and just, you know, for like a sort of a challenge stream. Yeah, agreed. Might be fun. And I think some successful players utilize that strategy to a certain extent, of course. Not going monkey tilt crazy on the button, but just aggressively playing and playing back. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, everything is nicely in view, nicely enough here. Man, it's been a while since I played on microgaming. It's been a long while. So nothing happening here. Betting sounds good here. Checking sounds good. Took me a while, but I figured it out. Take it down there. Cool. Turn the nuts, right, with a redraw. River the straight here. Stingray's pot has been checked around ever since. Quick call. Don't split it. Perfect. Not perfect, but not horrible. Gonna be a bad fold. Back to that. It does come over the top, but he's short, so... Hey, you know what, I'll calm him down. Does have the ace-jack, the queen with the gutter and the clubs there in the end. He comes over the top. On a side where we can run multiple times, I think we'll just play back right away. A very decent chance that he's re-rolling us. Oh. And now we'll just split it up. Right down the middle. So I opened, this guy came out the top, and no, he gets there in the end. Oh man. Kippery, good evening, sir. How's life been treating you, my friend? You're at work? If you're not familiar with him, check out Kippery's channel. For all the reasons noted there in the chat. Good bloke and a lot of PLO knowledge to be gained on his channel. That'll be a nope. What happened to the table we were deep on? Oh, I think that, yeah, the table broke. I do remember. Close-ish, but if you can get it down to heads up, it's fine. If you get raised, we let it be. Heads up plays okay, but just limping here playing a multiplayer part, meh. Don't see the appeal. It's not the greatest board. I mean, we've seen this guy show up with 1 or 2 unexpected hands recently. So who knows if he hit something on his board, but I'll only give it a shot. Alright. The switching gears strategy. What about that in a really old Doyle Brunson storybook? But yeah, I bet. Yeah. It's like some players pretending to be chasing their losses, moving down, playing really, moving down to really low stakes for them. Possibly on a new side, playing really crazy, and then gradually moving up and having people follow them until they move back to their regular stakes, and then they start playing, you know, their regular game and crush people that follow them up, hoping to make an even bigger easy score. I like it. It's a good... I like this strategy. It's good. And things like these certainly have a place in the poker world. That's what poker's not all about, but that's a part of it. Rain. Take one off. Okay. I mean, if all is said and done, we only have kings, but a lot of sense. Ah, that's pretty sad. Or it's a money-saving card. That might be it too. Down here, just gonna be a... Oh... Yeah, I think so. The 4 would need to be a little bit better connected. Make it a Jack 9, Jack 8. Sort of thing, we'll go for it. I guess meanwhile we can still observe, see what happens. Oh, this guy. There's a wide range of hands, it looks like. Jesus. Top pair, the nut flush draw. Yeah, I think we're just going with it. Meanwhile, over here we make the nuts. Always welcome. He has a set. It's definitely not always welcome. I don't know. Run it twice, maybe? No? Okay. Ah, yeah, you can make quads. Makes a lot of sense for you not to run it multiple times. Makes a trade. Does make a difference for us. Need the flush and the flush only. Thinking of a card. No, not that one. Here, we are the one who knocks, holding the top set. Red Nibbler, good to see you back. Yeah, agreed. I think those are viable approaches. Just mix it up for a random number of hands and then quiet down. Once again. Here we get to squeeze, and squeeze we shall. Forcing us through the aces, these are pretty strong. And over here we see it as well. Oh, never mind. I'm just noticing his stack size there. In that case, the money's gone in. Did take it down on the other table. On the ace-queen 5 board. He does have it right now. Fortunate, but does he? Yeah. Backdoor straight, and of course the flush. That's one for the good guys. Ooh. Mini Shazam, get some money back. Having lost a few hands preceding that one. Six, 3 under the gun, I believe it's a fold. Either way, it's close, and folding or raising doesn't make a huge difference. Let's check it out. It's 10, 6, 3. Yep, correct. The 6-4 gets played, the 6-3 just gets thrown away. Eat. Yeah, no, the no-limit games have changed a lot. The poker in general has changed a lot over the last couple of years. Like you say, everybody started 3-betting, 4-bet bluffing, yeah. That's when you lost interest in Hold'em. Yeah, I completely understand. In fact, if it hadn't been for PLO, I wouldn't have come back in any meaningful capacity to poker, I believe. Maybe MTTs, but yeah, I actually doubt it a lot. Yeah, agreed. PLO is about the post-flop, and thinking a little about spots is definitely beneficial. This would be a decent flop for us. 5 ways, huh? Wow. In Queen 5-4. I don't think we want to squeeze that, do we? Check it out, but seems to be more like 2 Hold'em hands than 1 decent PLO hand. Strangely, no, wait, actually the 6-5, for some, I'd assume, balancing reason, gets raise called. A lot of the other king queens, especially with not perfectly connected cards like king queen, jack 10, jack 9, do only get called there. And this one certainly does. The king queen 5-4. Fine call in that spot. Omri Butch. Maybe. Probably butchering the name just a little bit. Thank you very much for the follow. Cheers. Nice. Oh, wow. Are we blocking anything? Not really. 2 players marked as tight going at it. And he got paid. Good job. Down here, check the flop. Raising the turn. It's pretty straightforward. With the top 2. Good card. We should be good here, right? Yeah. Cool. And what a turn. Open it on the button. Check the flop. Turn the world. Give us the 10 high straight now instead of the 9 high. If he checks here, we ought to be good, right? He's the guy who just lost the pot with the aces. He might be in a calling mood a little bit. Now is he ticked off having... Is it the type of player that gets tilted? The type of player that... Takes the flush here. Willing to... Test it out, probably. Pity we don't have a single heart. Don't have the nut straight. Maybe I reserve this for spots where I have at least the nut straight. Calling, that is. Wish I had more time. Actually, looking back, I kind of wish I had called. I think he might be miffed. Maybe he did it with the Ace of Hearts. Single raise pot, no need to c-bet in that one. Oh, nice. The ace king 10. Stinger suited, but still, I'll take it. Against the late position open, that'll be a raise. That took it down. Two pair gutter backdoor flush. No clubs. Let's start off with a check. It must pair. I wasn't hoping for it to be the 9. It was kind of promising too. Nice to have that heart in our hand. Pair and a complete wrap. Yeah, I think there is maybe enough weaker hands that can call. The 5-8, 5-3 sets. And 6-5. Yeah, probably. Easily connected, we have suit. Flop the open-ender backdoor flush. Gain the flush draw. Open-ender and the flush draw, no pair. Let's give it a shot. Seeing how we completely missed the decent one to turn into a bluff now. Yo. Gentleman agrees. That one down. It's king double suited. 7-3, okay. Yeah, acceptable. Chi-ching! Let's make the session rise high. I am all for it. I think right now for the session we're a little bit in profit. I hope. Oh. Might not be. Either way, it ain't over yet. That's mighty fine. We do block the straight as well. And I would have c-bet any river. Potentially d-ace, probably not. Ace river would have been kind of nasty. In the meanwhile, such a nice turn. I would just give up on it. Here we get raised. Gentleman ended up having a deuce and rivering an ace for 2 pair. Okay. Spot, sorry, nice spot here, where on second thought I shouldn't have played the hand. A little bit too weak front of the gun. Normally I call here. I think this time around I want to gamble it up, quote unquote, a little bit. Come over the top. Let's do that. Don't have the perfect grab, but it's close enough. King blocking the 9 a little bit. And without a pair, we are ahead right now. 3 times, let's do it, he says. Alright. First one. Not bad, the turn. Okay, nice river. Nice turn, that makes 2 out of 3. 3 out of 3, easy peasy. Phew! Shazam! It worked, Chiching! It worked! I think against this guy I'll just fold it. Doesn't fold enough pre-flop. Yeah, I think we're just about breaking even for the session currently. Fair. Just good enough. Nubber Bubber, come back to the channel. Always fun to say your name, by the way. Over here, paired tens, or any tens that we open on the button. Most of, I'm not gonna say any, but almost all of them do get raise called. You get nothing but a river bluff. Like, cheers. That's half. We have a pair backdoor flush draw and the gutter. Alright. An open ender. Now he goes balls to the wall here. Bet sizing. It doesn't matter what my note says. The pot odds say no. Hey, I was gonna say it's doubtful that this works. Wait, did I check here? No. Okay, cool. Because I got the nuts. Why would I be checking? Well done, my friend. For an MP, I think it has to be a fold, right? Let's check it out. Let's go and check it out. Or not suited to the A. Yeah, that's like a fold. No? Nitty me. That part doesn't matter. It's a raise fold, actually. So it's an open fold. Fair enough. He does get opened and gets folded to a 3-bet. Noted. Any Jack-Jack with any Ace-X. Phew, I guess. Lost the quads there. Oh, thank God, the initial razor. Folds. Wait, does the other thing. Checks. That's what I meant. Them's the words I meant. Ooh, nice. While not the nuts, I think we shall treat them as treat the turn as such. Yeah. That's interesting. take it down on table 5. Oh, alright. Looks like value, but we have that 9 blocking this trade a little bit, the queen 9. Not gonna be the king queen. Oh, it's a set of 8s. 7-9 is good as well. Here, I started bluffing the turn after the flop and check. Everybody just called, so I think even 3-base there's a reasonable chance to take it down for pot size now, I hope. Oh lord, I hope. Punisher! Is he gonna punish us? Is he gonna be the punishee? That's weird. Gonna be Punisher. Oh, and I should be showing you the right table one. Duh. But could show it just in time. And we did take it down, incidentally. Alright. Then we just check. Let's say we lose it to jacks. I was pondering if this guy folds, if we should ever raise it up here. Hadn't quite made up my mind. Nothing happened in any other tables, so we might as well observe. Would love for him to call, I would love to see what he has. Always cheating. My pleasure. Yeah, do check her out. That's the nicest people on Twitch shooting streams. No limit tournaments. With some special Halloween streams coming up. Over, well, you guessed it, Halloween. Found the fold, ultimately. Here we have some rather nice blockers. Actually have a gutter and a flush draw as well. Check zone with the 1 gap. Let's play it and check it out as well. Not quite sure what the deal is with the gap. Should be playable. I'll wait with checking it out because I haven't made my mind up. I'm gonna call a raise. With Spartacus, well, I am Spartacus as well, my friend. Right? Wouldn't mind opening up a side pot against him on the right flop. $11,423, huh? You know what? Make this a little bit higher. Like the queen, like a queen high, king high hand, I'm gonna fold, but with this one I'm gonna call. And get a horrible flop for it, unfortunately. Okay, let's check out the first preflop decisions there. The one if I should be opening and open calling this one in the first place. Jack 10, 8, 7. See what he shows up with. King, King 6. Yeah, I'm starting to change my mind about this guy. I mean, he flopped nicely. Triple suited ace, King, King 6. Maybe he's having an off day. I love seeing him win. Usually don't have much of a mean streak, but somehow kind of like seeing him lose it. I have a feeling he... Yeah, as I was gonna say, he might have an off day. Playing different than than what I can recall from his playstyle in the past. Which is also why I'm kind of for him losing that hand. So I might push him further down towards the road. Board pairing. I will still give it a shot. Phew. Right, now I remember. Now I remember what I was gonna do. I was gonna check out that hand. Right, we were under the gun. Jack 10, 8, 7. So him, I don't want to bluff too much today. Yeah, it's played. Jack 10, 8, 7 single suited. It's played exactly like that. The raise called. You know, ignoring 3-betting. Having said that, I don't want to bluff him too much. If he starts checking here, I do want to give it a shot. Ditched the microgaming table, which wasn't all that exciting, and replaced it with yet another, what's it called? Natural 8 table there. Make 2 pair up here. Like, that's good. Yeah, it's a tiny pot with 3 ways. Screw it. Wait, he wins it with a pair of 3s? Okay. I bet he's happy. What the heck just happened? That'll be a no then. Down here, we take it down pre. And I'll definitely be keeping an eye on Bang Tang today. Playing weird compared to his usual nitty self. Also has a higher VPIP than normal. Or at least than what I remember as being normal. Dankel, or is it Denzel? Denzel, probably, right? Good to see you back, Denzel. I mean, I used to you've been here before, right? Yeah. Be able to pronounce your name. Good to see you back. We're playing cash games, and it turns out we're playing cash games exclusively on Natural 8 for now, since there aren't any PLO 20 games on Run at Once. There are plenty of PLO 50 tables. There's PLO 10, but don't really want to play PLO 10. So he checks. We might still be... Yeah, we'll go with it. That'll work. Top pair, gutter, and... Wait, no, not a gutter. The other thing. Open ender. And a flush draw. Sounds good enough. Good enough to c-bet. And call any 3-bet. Okay, that's what it's coming down to, my friend, huh? And here, I see. You shall see how I feel about it. Pretty bluffy character on the whole. Too bad. Too bad, too bad. Giving us that nut flush. Let me take it down. Over here we opened, which is fine. Flop a top pair. Gonna be a check. That's nice. Top trips? Wait, just trips. I don't think there can be. Well, yeah. There can only be trips, right? Oh, confused myself. Ignore that. Because I'm trying to. No. Really? Okay. Nothing interesting is gonna happen on this board for us. Check stall. So we didn't turn queens, but if he checks here, there's a lot of overpairs that are lower than the ace, or oh, something else that missed. Queen 10 XX, something like that maybe. Actually did find a seat on one more table. And so now I'm playing on 7 tables. I only have room on the screen for 6, at least on the, space of the screen. Part of the screen is allocated for streaming, but I'll move this table over whenever something interesting happens. Or remove it if it gets too much. Top pair, not flush draw. That's pretty good. Guy agrees. He likes to flop as well. No magical heart, unfortunately. So I think he shows up with some sets, sure. I think those would bet a little bit larger now. More often it's probably not a 4 deuce all that often. Especially not from a 19 B-pip dude. So I'd say it's heavily weighted towards ace 5, ace 3, against which we're doing still more than alright. And not gonna lead. And we're not gonna fold. That's the long and the short of it now. Of course we would have liked to flush better, naturally. There we go. Cheers. That's a good pot. There's some weird ones with the ace 5. Without the flush draw. Okay. And not much tanking needed here. Be bewildered if he finds a fold somehow. What do you have, sir? You're drawing that. What do you have? And we got pretty lucky, no doubt. I'll take it though. Also, Shazam. Bunch of hands where we were raising. This one we came over the top for the flop. Perfectly fine. Over here we are gonna check, I think. So let's get back to the aces where we are gonna check for sure. You. Over here, things are turning sweet for us. Top 2. Against a really small bet here, half pot on the flop. I did decide to call with our hand, the gutter on top. Take it down with the ace 8. 2 club board. Taking some things down, I like it. don't know what either. I kind of understand what he's doing. I have no idea what this guy did. Hmm. Shove ace 10 there. Yeah, I did consider it a lot. And you're right. You're right. I think looking back that he's checking back when I... Yeah, he's not bluffing a lot there. He's only value betting your... You're right. I like it, Kipri. I like it. And I wish I had done so. Yeah. Also, welcome back to the channel, mate. Wait, no, you've been here before, but might as well give you another shout out. As in, you... Oh, you said hi earlier, didn't I? Yeah, right, you said evening. I remember. Sorry, Kipri, it's late. Yeah, cheers for that. Completely agree. Should have done that. You're starting to sit on some nice stacks. On 50, 40, and 70 bucks respectively on 3 tables. Okay. Keep it friendly-ish. That 4 is kind of a really sweet card. All right. For the full pot, we'll just let it be. Jacks and sevens down here. From the small blind will be one of the hands to just call with in the small blind. Expect. That's what I'm gonna do, but let's check it out. Kilo 20 kicking off. I assume that's gonna be involving you, Kippery. Wow, he goes for the pot? Really? Sure, but that's why? Ah, it's weird, but I'll let it be. If Kipri is among the players. Yeah. I thought as much. But as long as we're at least 400, that's fine by me. I wouldn't necessarily want to play 300 against you, Kipri. Not sure if that's profitable in the long run for either of us. If it is profitable for one of us, then it's profitable, then it's gonna be for you. Right on. Oh no, for this price. Try to hit our set. Here we hit the nuts and gonna pot it after some deliberation. I would do it with bluffs here, 10s and kings, basically. And Commandanti nut. I like the Commandanti. Cheers, Luska. Ah, damn it, I didn't raise for the maximum, did I? So, which means we're now sitting on a crap ton of tables, i.e. 8 of them in total. It wouldn't reduce that number, but there's no table I want to give up. It's a pretty sweet turn. We are gonna check we don't block spades at all, and this one we're gonna check and call. Take it down. Ugh, that was already short. Don't ask me. Wish I could ask you. Alright, let's gamble. Yeah, I'm successful. You. You know, I'm actually gonna ditch one of the one table where we're the deepest. Didn't matter since we weren't deep effectively against anybody really. But it was the least interesting table among all of them that we have open right now. Yeah, we'll keep it at 7 tables. That way I can still cope, I can still talk, and I can move the one table over to a spot on the screen when something interesting happens there. "7% VPIP, that's quite an achievement, sir." Oh. Kind of curious to know what would we do with this one if the cutoff opens? Is it good enough for a raise? I know if we make the 4 or 5 it is. But how about this exact hand? Let's see. Just think against the small blind we get so many folds here. I doubt we ever get raised, and if we get called, we can either continue to bluff or have plenty of ways to make our hand. And it indeed does get raised there. I was right, the a7-6-5 does get raised, and the a7-5-4 gets raised as well. Oh. Now that's absolutely wonderful. know we can't win. We know that we're not in an aces versus aces spot. That'd be weird. Alright. Meanwhile, over here we have the nuts, and the nuts remain nutty. Take it down, do not get caught. Whatever happens here happens. What happens is we take it down for another Shazam-worthy moment. Oh. I don't know, I think we have the best hand sometimes still. We don't, but we're not doing absolutely horrible. 3 times maybe, sir? Come on, you knitted hard too, aren't you? No? Okay. Ain't gonna regret it either. That's just a pity. I like to see him get punished when they choose to run it once time and deny me my nittiness. This at the very core of my soul. You're embodying the lurker today. Thank you for the good grind teaching. Take it down. This we give up. Yeah, I do remember the boom. There was a boom. A boom. I do. Interesting. Potential there. Yes, it is. The Kibri, the tiny boom. Did you have your special, your mega special, super extra? Don't know what the last word was. Insert word here, stream yet? The emote reveal? I assume you have, right? Because now the emotes are on play. That's wonderful, Kibri. What are we actually gonna call here? Not just because of the flush, but I was gonna say, like, honestly, I'd rather have seen a jack or an ace. Or 9. Alright, let's see where this takes us then. It's a check, so that's the jack 9, we're good here. I guess kings. Possibility too. He said short, that's iffy. That's normally a board I pretty much never check once I 3-bet. Here I'm a loss. Alright, that helps me make up my mind. Oh. Take that one down. The open ender and the flush draw. Maybe I don't need to see bet here 3 ways. Oh wait, I'm of course showing the wrong table because I don't have a button for that one. That's the one I mean. Okay. Nasty run out. Alright, nothing exciting is gonna happen here. Unless... I don't know if they both check. Yeah, sure. Let's give this a shot. Sweet. Phew. Back to work. We'll be back in a bit. Alright, Gippery. I think we're starting to do fine in this session, aren't we? Let's see if I can figure it out. I think we're a little bit in profit on both sides. It's the long and the short of it. Can't quite figure it out. The trouble is on Natural 8, their cashier doesn't show the money. Just shows the money remaining at the cashier, doesn't show the money that's in play. So over here, it's been 3 checks. Go for some thin value. Well, not that thin. We're just gonna go for value. Period. Checked around and we are good. Get called and we are behind. Oh, the humanity. Damn it, that was my plan, sir. We do have a full PLO 20 table on Run at Once happening now. Nice, maybe we can table start a new one. I'll keep this one off the screen for now as well. If it turns out we'll get more than 3 players on it, then I'll move it over, close another table for it. Would like some Run at Once action. Perfectly fine, button open. I'm actually going to c-bet this with a blocker to straight draws against the big blind, who can show up with any range of hands. Don't need to involve an ace. To go for 1 bet here and then give up on it. Yep. Fair enough. Nope. Maybe if it gets folded around to us. Yeah, for the button it's fine. No c-betting this time. Slightly different against the small blind. One the hold has more aces than we do here in this spot. Like ace X hands, not pocket aces. Okay. Here. Open ender. Gonna lead. Down on the kings, we see checks on the flop. And not on the kings, with the kings, I mean. Same difference. Do you want to turn it into a bluff, get a weak ace out of it? I kinda do. Pretty much the whole reason why I called. Oof, that's pretty nasty. Saving grace is that we do have the ace of spades. Oh, I guess we have a gutter as well, which would be nutty. 9 pairing might help us at showdown. Certainly not terribly interested in betting now. No, that he isn't either. Should I go for check raises? I think so. We can't call with the nut flush draw. We block the straight draws decent amount. Let's go for the check raise. Now that's just sad. Alright. Oh, that's this guy. It's been pretty tight. We do river that flush. That's fine by me. And at this point, we're gonna call down. I think. And people are tanking for long times today. I mean, I've been guilty of that during the session. Okay. Oh. Blocking the nut flush, flopping the top pair. Decent board for it. Taking it down. Gutter to the queen high straight. You have a pair too and a flush draw. Alright. Double gutter. Curious sizing now on the turn. That gives us the, what, 9 high straight, right? That. Alright, we'll call. Certainly good against that. Down with the ace king king. So it does look like that additional PLO 20 table is starting to fill up. It's right back at 8 tables in total. That seems a bit much. And now I feel like a hoarder. I really don't know which one to give up. They're so nice. They're all mine. Precious. Okay, I found one candidate. And probably this one too. Yep, that solves that. You know, for a hand like this... Oh, never mind. the hand ended already. He let and I came over the top. Having the top two blocking the nuts quite heavily. Holding those fives. I came over the top and didn't that just work out nicely. No joy here. Fisher, remember that guy. Ooh. He has king 10-8. Double suited, looking mighty fine pre-flop. I think from the button, just come over the top. Over here we flop the whole world, basically. Definitely a bunch of draws out there. That's 6. Fortunately he just folded. So we check out this one in the matrix in a moment. What's up with that hand? This one here, I mean. Alright. Flush flop, that's a pretty sexy flop. That's a nasty turn. That's a nasty turn. It was a huge flop for us. So let's check this one out. Ace King 10-8. It's not a hand I play like this habitually. One extra in the middle makes it worth a while. Hey, that's nice. So, button. With the Ace King 10-8 double suited. What's the deal? That's actually fine. The solver would play it like that as well. Wait. I just noted there's a way different spot when you say you're an MP and the other gun opens and you have that hand. You can still raise, but you don't raise. You raise call there. But once you're on the button, it's that button open versus blind raise dynamic. That hand becomes quite a bit stronger. Wait, I was gonna say I'm not a fan of the king. I'll take it back. That's the darn royal. Ain't that something? I still don't see an alternative to Scott Roy. Hey, welcome back, mate. Or welcome. I'm not quite sure if you've been at the channel before. Anywho, nice to have you here. I'll give you an answer to your question in a moment. Hope you're up against the king queen, queen jack, something that can call. Oh, okay. So flopping the royal definitely helps. Even having lost that buy-in. On run at once, we're breaking even for the session. For the session, not for the day. For the day, we're down on run at once. Not much, like 3.5 buy-ins, something like that. On the other hand, things on natural 8 are going a-okay. I'll try to figure out how okay they are going. Oh, we got 2 full tables now. On run at once, that is. Right. The math. 75. 105. I think... Oh, maybe I forgot this table. Ah, damn it. I hate having to do it in my head. Back again. 75, 100. Yeah, okay, there you go. 106. Yeah, let's see, I think we are down a little on both sides. In total, we're down like 4-ish buy-ins for the day. Like 80 euros, something like that. But certainly having some entertaining moments along the way. Checks here. Alright. Fine by me. Actually, you know what? On the turn I could have bet. I think there was a missed opportunity. He had checked into us twice at that point. That jack is a pretty bad card. If he checks, we could go for the bluff, but on the whole, I think we'll just check it back. Although that's actually an interesting question. Maybe we won't, provided he does check. The longest tank, my friend. Alright, let's go for it. Try to get queens, kings, aces out. Although ace is really unlikely. I think any overpair is kind of unlikely. Who knows? Seven sounds about right. Certainly let this one go against the re-raise. Have it. So now there's a PLO game going on across most stakes on round ones. We have 19 entries at PLO 10, we have 12 at PLO 20, and down to 10 on PLO 50, which had close to 50 players a little bit earlier. Hold'em was going surprisingly strong, and the only Hold'em games left are 19 entries at no limit 10. Okay, that's not too bad for this hour. Cool. That'll work for me too. I think this might be one that could be fun to check. Not much to protect against. The 4 or 5 would be the only hands that are the only cards that are kind of eh. Which of course is exactly what rolls off. Still. Got a bunch of interesting spots. Over here, the wrap with the flush draw and the backdoor flush draw. Let's raise this one for a change. On the other table, actually, no, I don't know what happened. This one. What did happen? We took it down. Seeing that we're super deep against this guy, we're just gonna call. Took it down with the wrap, that is exciting. Well, it's actually not exciting, but it's good. Alright. Looks like we're taking that one down. Cheers. Hmm. We cold call this here. I raised this pre. It's a little bit on the thinner end. Not completely horribly so, however. And for some reason, when I 3-bet this guy here, everybody and their mother decided to call. I think they called friends to the table in order to have them call too. Yeah, 4 ways. Just a spot where we have to give up. Here, same is true. Felt weird cold calling this multi-way in the small blind, but whatever. He was on a total draw. Nope. Just gonna say nothing happening, but there's a big part happening here. Potentially. On board. Can't get a much more dynamic board than that one. Even imagine us being in here with the 9-10 of hearts. That'd not be a happy spot. So I'm glad we're not. He takes it down. Ooh. Swing and a miss. Right. For some reason we are allowed to flop a full house with Doyle Bronson with the 10 deuce. Get a limp pot. Otherwise we wouldn't be in this. I bet really small on the flop, on the off chance that we get him out of it. Also still drawing to the flush. And this guy has been checking ever since. Just calls. I don't think we're getting punished here, right? 8. Also an above average flop for our hand. Losing some appeal now. Although, you know what? We do block the nut flush, don't we? Up here. Interesting things afoot. So he bet relatively small on the flop. And the Punisher lays it down. Here, I'll keep you updated. Meanwhile, that is a nice river does make us the flush. More importantly, it makes us the nuts. With the kings over eights full house. Took it down on table 5 as well with the turned nut flush. What's it gonna be, my friend? Nice, get that call. Better king? Nice high flush. Sixes, so he had a full house. And we got a bit lucky there. Winning a full house ourselves. It's sixes over kings. Flop the set, turn to full house. Oh. Der Alte, with the quick pop-in. Good to see you back. I think I'm running reasonably well. We should be around break-even-ish for the session, I believe. But... yeah, so for the day still down for the session. Roughly break-even. Sounds about right. Down here, squeezing... yeah. We're deep against this guy. Get decently looking aces on another table, i.e. this one. Comes over the top. We're deep enough to call here. Wow. And... ah. The move is now without a heart. I think we'll check here. The Sigma-raise pot. And without the heart, without the spade here, what do we do? No more aces. Jack. Let's go for a smaller sizing. I don't think we need to bet any bet much larger. Here, I'll just let it be. Jack isn't ideal. Okay. He still has a flush draw. Do we have a sidepot? We do have a sidepot. Run it twice. No. Actually, because we can make the straight flush, and that's just too valuable. We don't regret it either, do we? Please. Sorry, here. Make it for quite a while. And there, also we Shazammed it up. That was a nice pot. And I rather optimistically called over here. Which was more or less on total autopilot. Shouldn't have been a call. And really, I have these sweet, sweet blockers, man. I think it's gonna come down to blockers, schmarkers, and us laying it down. Do we? Let's call. See what the turn brings. So I think he might be bluffing. Or semi-bluffing, like XX 8-10, maybe King 8-10. That'd be a good spot to have Phil Gelfand on speed dial. What would Phil do? I need more time, man. Gosh damn it, I really need more time. I don't know, he could be trying to get away with it for cheap. He could be setting up a river shove with that sizing. Just having flopped it. Or close to it, having flopped a set with a blocker maybe. C-betting for dummies. Will print and go straight to PLO 100. Hang on, I need to check it out. It's not bad. Not bad, yeah. Suitable for our stakes. I kinda dig it. I'm gonna bookmark it too. Neat. Oh wow. It's the cold, unadulterated nuts. Huh? Over here, gonna C-bet, I believe, with the pair and the flush draw. In the meanwhile, good turn, I hope. Looks nice. Yeah, agrees. That'll be a check behind it is smart. Yeah, we blocked the second nut flush draw as well. It was more likely to show up with the queen or something like that. Four though. Yep. We call in this case. 7. Okay. We will stream tomorrow evening and Thursday afternoon evening. Right. You need some hours to get in. Wasn't that the case, Kippery? Do Halloween special on Saturday as well? Sweet. Wow. This looks like 8-8 is a pet to save ammo for the river. Yeah, I think that's... might very well be it. Hang on, was 8-8 a set there? Where's that hand? Oh, there. Looks like 8-8, you say. Might be it, yeah. I hadn't considered the 8-8 at all. Doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense with the straight at all. Completely agree. Yeah, cheers for that, Capri. Put that in there. Yeah. Baller decision is to check raise flop and hope. Check raise turn and hope. I don't think it's ludicrous either. Let's see, you can see an appeal. It did cross my mind. Briefly. Only briefly. Yeah, cheers for that, Capri. This seems a bit weak. Be calling with. The coaching is that piece of paper. All right. On that queen at a 6. Can c-bet a little. And not c-bet, but delay donk. Hey, wow. That's fun. That certainly is fun. That's a nice turn. If he has the 5-3, it's GG. We go down with the straight. The 5-3. So run it once. A lot of people seem to want to run. Seem to want to run it once recently. Wow, that was much tougher to say than I expected. Also, Shazam! Having turned to 6 here is nice, but... yeah, actually I should have bet that. Now on the jack, we just pick back. Could sell the sheet for 1.6k, at least. Have a good night, Delta. Thanks for the drop-in. Alright. Oh, that's the tight guy, right? No, it doesn't seem that tight anymore. Oh. I think it sounds alright to me. Now if he bets again, there might be an argument to be made for folding. I doubt there will. Oh, he checks. Alright. There really isn't any good reason to check a king now in his shoes, is there? Get a crying call out of aces, queens, deuce. Okay, that's nice. Ain't gonna lie, that's a fun turn. River is kind of acceptable as well. Over here in the single race pot, we still have that wrap. I don't think we're folding this. The 9 gives us a straight as well, so it's a pretty big wrap all in all. Point in bluffing? Nah, not against this guy. Just need to think what we should do here. Such is the life of the lurker, indeed. Jing. Whoa! Oh, I am speechless. We have the 1000 BB splash. $200 in the middle. Good luck indeed, everybody. I'm speechless. What now? $200 in the middle at PLO 20. Get that. Wow. Alright. Let's do this. play a side pot against this gentleman, I believe. Nobody has hearts. Oh, we need a lot of help. We need a 4, right? That ain't doing it for us. I think we win the side pot, though. No, of course not, because he made the straight. Nice hand! Wow, that was a huge pot for him. No regrets having lost that money. $200 flash. Wow. Nice hand, nice hand. Jesus. I mean, the 300 and, I mean, he was sitting on 50 bucks before, but now he's sitting on 366. Good for you. Yeah, I was a little bit speechless there for a moment. Okay. Yeah. So, which is of course not good for our balance on run-and-ones, which has dropped significantly today. Oh well. Not gonna pass up the chance to go all in for $200 in the middle extra. 5 ways. Oh, sir. Oof. That was exciting. Oh, I missed a... Sorry. Right when the splash happened, I missed a follow. Mr. Ale, 2017. Thank you very much for the follow. Sorry, I couldn't give you a shout in the moment. I was overwhelmed, as you probably noticed. Average, just check here. Sorry, here. Shouldn't taken that long me to decide, but I was all over the place for a moment. I think make the 7 a little bit... let's step out of line here and raise it up. I usually don't. Lindsay Hizzle, welcome back to the channel. Holy fuck is right. Yeah, I don't curse much on this channel, but that was a holy fuck moment. And that's fuck as in fuck crying out loud. 44k, homo. We'll check this one out in a moment if it's completely ludicrous. Of course it's not if we flop the nuts. Just standard. Speaking of flopping the nuts while having 3-bet, it's eerily similar. The board pairing here is not amazing. On the other hand, right now there shouldn't be a full house out there all that often unless he shows up with some 4s or 3s. It might. Take it down on table 5 with a flop straight. Then take it down here. To hell with sensors. Yeah, agreed. King Hall! Thank you very much for the follow. Cheers. This time I get to react in time. Let's check that hand out. That raise from the button versus the cutoff with the Ace Jack 10-7 single suited. It's one of the spots I would have played too passively in the past, and one of the spots I need to look into rather sooner than later. Because that's actually correct, to come over the top there and not just call. And I would normally passively call there a lot. Because I don't know any better. So now we know a little bit better. Lindsay Hizzle, you did not win either, huh? I was casually one-tabling on RIO and happened to be at that table. That always gets your blood boiling, doesn't it? Ah, we'll take that money from Ben. All we need to do is double up like 6 times. This guy, of course, being Brandon here. Wait, no, he's not. Ramon. Well, potato, potato. Yeah. The question here was not to call, but whether to come over the top or let it be. And offsuit, we let it be once it gets raised. But it is a true shame that neither of us won Cleansy Hizzle. Losing it, even losing it, I would have been happier about the affair, about the state of things had you taken it down. Ah, wait. That shouldn't have been a call, my bad. Not in the small blind. Now, as played, I'm probably not laying it down. Over here in a Stingray's pot went check to us twice. To show what we're trying to achieve here, what we're trying to get to call. Oh. Sorry if the sneeze came through the micro. I'm not sure if I was quick enough on the mute. Whew. So while we don't have any spades, we do block the straight as much as we can. So why not go for the bet? Alright. Short stack. Hope the other guy goes out. I have a feeling he might not. Luckily, I'm wrong. What are we up against? 10 with the flush draw and the gutter, okay. The straight draws we block. Ugh. Right away, huh? Right away with that king. Drawing rather thin. 2 outs ain't a lot. Luckily he wasn't fully stacked. In which case I probably would have played it different as well. It was supposed to be a trance track at really low volume. No. With the one guy sitting out, I think that's sort of alright. Happy that you got to gamble. Yeah, me too. Truth be told. Those spots are always exciting and profitable in the long run, so not much in the form of regrets there. €2 extra in the middle. Oh. But aces twice. Get this guy to fold, that's huge. And flop the open-ender. One of the aces got a walk. The other ones we're raising into a bunch of limpers. Seems fine. They're a little bit too good to just call or just complete. Not folding here, that's a given. Oh wow. I reckon we need to let it be. So decided to call, and what a joyous turn. He takes it down. What? Mackenzie, alright. Looks like a consulting firm if you ask me. Checks. Alright. You bet fold. Maybe could have gotten away betting a little smaller. I think so. So for the day and even more so for the session, we're now in profit on natural 8. Not much, like $20, something like that. And are definitely down on 101s. So in total we're definitely down. It's like 5 buy-ins down in total now after having lost those almost 2 buy-ins there. During the splash. Yeah, something like it. Nice. Waiting for the river there, got us the maximum. But, sorry dude, but I don't wanna play heads up. I'm gonna give you the big blind though. Be an ass about it. Or the small blind, whatever it is. Oh, nice. When it comes to loggers. Nothing. That's what's happening to us on any table right now, and that in great amounts. Includes this spot. I doubt it. Actually, I'm relatively certain that this is not an open, not even on the button, potentially. Here, gonna be a limp. Page out of Bill's book. All right. Probably just will be a race if he c-bets. Yeah. That's a curious sizing. Oh, he probably can't go any higher. Yeah, yeah. Don't mind. Yeah, but pot it. Live with the consequences, whatever they might be. Try to get some sort of combo draw, maybe a flush and a straight draw out of it. With a set, and that's quite nasty that the full house turns right away for her. No joy, huh? If it continues like that, we have to reload on a run at once. I mean, we will have to anyway, but in that case we might have to do so tonight. That suck. Ah, I remember him. Yeah, that's a fun guy to play against. Okay. Phew. You know what, maybe I would be fine just calling this because this guy is very 3-bet heavy. And the trouble is, the last times he did it, he had a complete junk hand. On the basis of that, I'm basically presented with two choices. I could call, or I could gamble it up a little bit. And I feel in a little bit of a gambling mood today. Let's do it. Never in a million years would I do this against, like, hardly. I can't come up with a single player right now I would do it against. Against this guy? It's not as horrible as it looks. Let's see. Don't prove me wrong, man. Yeah, okay, see. There you go. He has a pair, we have a pair. We have a flush draw on top, so his 2-pair can't be of hearts. No, we need to get lucky, right? Both flush draws? Come on, come on. Punished. Punished. Actually, we have a color for these peeps. That's this one. One of the first true maniacs on the side. Oh, and he's over here as well. Well, wait, here. Really funky that he made 2-pair in the turn and we were still ahead. It was a 60-40 spot at that point. Because we could, of course, have made better 2-pairs. We had both of the flush draws. Phew. Good stuff. Which of course means... oh, he rebought on the table right away. He just calls. Try to ISO him. Switzerland says no to the ISO. Be invited to that party. Okay. Okay. That's one more pair than we had a minute ago. The hell do you bet half with here? I still have to let it go no matter what this guy does, right? Though the bet sizing is weird. It's such a drawy board and we don't block anything. Don't have anything of relevance blocked there. Oh, he's involved once more. Hey, he had a hand. Would you look at that? Ten-7 and MP. On this table, easy let go. Probably on any other table, right? Check it out. MP, King, Queen, 10-7 not suited to the King, i.e. not perfectly single suited. Yep. Even perfectly single suited, it's a little bit too... it falls just a tiny bit short. The King, Queen, 10-8 would be a raise call. Ideally suited to the King, of course. So opening up that range, going with the King, Queen, 10-7, you know, it's not the end of the world. Speaking of things and them not being the end of the world, and on an extra table that opened that I haven't made room on the screen for yet. But I'm moving it over now. We have set. That was a lot of words for not a lot of action. Ugh. Ooh. The hell? Now I wish I was in there, but you know, pre-flop. Perfectly fine, but all hell breaking loose here. Aces, completely random hand. You're nutty himself, aren't you? Not even the famous last word supply, like if I suited. Oh. Additional PLO 20 table is breaking down to heads up. Also a rather active player. Right. Oh, horrible. Definitely want to see a turn. All right. Fair enough. He's involved again. I think here the money went in post though. Kind of would hate to get raised here. Let's just check. Flush draw coming in. No! Really? Outbid by 1. Huh. Never an easy spot. So... got to have this guy all for ourselves here in the big blind. We raise it up. Also a fun spot here, we can't close any action. This 6 rolling off at a 7 is really amazing. Ah, but ain't ever folding against this guy. So blocking the hearts, that's not ideal. A little less meaningful against this gentleman than against other peeps in my mind, but still. I'll let it be. Easy fold against anyone else. Here I'm still not convinced we were behind, but we'll let it be. I'm gonna go for the bluff up here. It ain't hammer time. Oh, no, sir. It is hamster man time. And here it's folding time, sadly. Good to see you back, sir. Going nuts deep indeed. This man getting busy right away. Giving Chi-Ching a well-deserved shout-out. In case you haven't watched your channel, then her channel, then check her out. Well worth your time. No limit tournaments, need 2 more cards here. We'll convert it to the dark side at some point. Baby steps. Okay. More TBC. Yeah, welcome back to the channel, mate. I was indeed. The higher the pair, the less incentivized I am to start betting. Don't tank it for too long. That face. What is it? Kings or the straight? Yeah. That luck box was 9% pre, huh? Yeah. That's a good experience for him. You can count on him being back. It's not like it's not like any of us would have folded his hand for 200x on the middle. But yeah, he certainly was lucky. You did the math, huh? 9% pre. So a bunch of not so successful bluffs on RIO mostly. Also, you were the luck box. Well done, mate. Happy to see it's somebody I know and cherish. Yes, man. Okay. Ah, the better hand one. Can't really argue with that. Min raising going on, huh? Right, alright. I wonder, but I think on the button it's fine in the cutoff. Let it pass us by. Don't even flop top and bottom. Terribly fun spot. Gonna let it go there with the top and the bottom. The 10, 8, 3. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a long tank. Oh, okay. YOLO fold. That's a rare beast in the wild. Don't quote me on that one. Let's check it out. I'm definitely folding this one to a raise. That's fine. It gets played exactly like that, as in gets raised and face resistance, i.e. a 3-bet raise folded. Okay. Adding the nut flush draw. Really dry aces, but aces nevertheless. Ain't gonna be a squeeze. Oh, of course, aces go. These tiny bit better. Board doesn't pair, no straight flush out there. Keep you updated what Switzerland is gonna do. He's in the tank. Is he gonna show up with the king half flush draw and just has to call basically? That 5 should be a good card, right? Still tanking. 5 was indeed a good card. Man, do something. You're making me nervous, the winner. Oof, okay. I think it was the turn race that ultimately convinced him. Can't be bluffing, can he? He can't be bluffing. Nah, I'm gonna fold. Not making fun of him necessarily. It's a tough spot. In a limped pot, up a wrap to the bottom end of straights. That's acceptable, sir. Still gonna go for the bet fold. Get called, we should be good. Right. What now? The 6? Right. We're gonna be good here. We open at the cutoff, which probably close to fine. Let's check it out. Then call the min raise. And good we were. Gotta be in a happy camper min raising it up. If it's also the same gentleman that's sitting over here. Wait, did I? No, okay. So the king 10-10-5 in the cutoff, let's see. Seeing suited to the king. That's fine. The solver would fold it, and truth be told, so would I for full raise, but not for the min raise. And that'll just be a straight up lead. Alright. I don't see much that we beat that calls us, and he doesn't have many hands that we beat like a straight. Once he bets the flop, the pre-flop. Side call. You're behind here quite a bit. Ooh, not against that. Oh, we get to play a hands with Mr. Pink Shirt here. Mr. what? Vertical. Oh, 7. Be fun? Might not be. Yeah. Did bet those kings. It's kind of interesting. Big enough kings. Now, double suited, I think these make for a fine squeeze. Single suited, I don't know, but I doubt it. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna call and also check it out. We're not blocking continuation ranges that much. I think I prefer to go for the check raise. Far so good. Let's see, big blind versus under the gun open. Well, ain't that something? What are they calling? I think we just potted. So king, king, queen, 10. King. Right. And he just gets called. Ooh, he's in rough shape. Let's run it twice. No, because we can make those quads. Hope we don't regret it. Also, Shazam. $46 pot. I think I was showing the right table, wasn't I? Yeah, and just to, in case I kind of mumbled over that, calling pre was right. Not get squeezed. So the flop and check check, I believe. I think I'll call this one. Oof. Okay. That's nasty. That is just nasty, sir. YOLO, indeed. I think I'm willing to gamble it up. It'd be nicer to have any pair from the board. Like an 8 would be ideal, blocking queen 8. Big enough ideal. That's fair enough. Go smaller than that. I think we do. Phew. In a €1 splash, we get to raise on the button. More than fair. Except for the king-queen, I really don't see that many kings in his range now. Over here, happy to check. Back. Pairing. USB, dare to take it down. And this time around, this makes for a wider squeeze, I would assume. We still have the pair of 6s, which that's those 8 is the 8s is the best pair from the board. We're up against kings, we're kind of boned. Jacks, we're kind of boned. We're not up against aces. That's pretty much it. Here, I'll let go. A little bit tempted, but nah. There's a pair of 6s. Yeah, here the SBR effectively is 2. Probably has a jack plus side cards. No, oh, how do you show up with aces here? Jesus Christ. I mean, well done. You got the maximum. Jeebus. Punish him, dealer. Punish him. Oh, that's not helping. King and a king only. How the hell do you show up with aces? Oh, man. Vertical limping this time. Sizing where him coming over the top still reopens the action. Because for a buy-in, like say this guy comes over the top, he calls, I certainly wouldn't mind gambling it up. And now we have to flush. Easy all in against his last 275. Stole a nice one up here. Didn't get to show you because we were busy down here. He calls and has something that's really far behind. What do you have, sir? Run it 3 times? Okay. Don't make no difference to me. Actually, it does because I can make the straight flush. I just realized it now. We just lost. Oh, we could have won an additional $50, $60. As soon as I was like, yeah, sure. What's the worst that could happen? I was like, oh, that's it. And it happened right now. Oh. Now I know where they got the Wookiee noises from. Must have been frustrated poker players. Oh, man. Smidgen. I don't know what the official definition of a smidgen is. I know the official definition of a moment used to be 90 seconds. So now you know, if somebody asks you to wait just a moment, it's supposed to be 90 seconds. A smidgen, I'm not sure. But in case it's really only like a second or a part of a second, then that's about the time it took me to realize. Should have run it once. Well, wasn't that fun for the whole family? Isn't it? Ooh. One coming up here. Potentially. Check, don't check, don't check, don't check. So, where's the button? He called. Now the flush rolls off and he bets it. Yeah, there we go. Here the money's gonna go in. Oh. Okay, aces on the flush draw. Want to run it twice. Yeah, this time I'm all for it. Just watch us make quads on the first one right away. Oh, okay. Take down the first one, always a good feeling. Shazamming it up a little bit in here. Straight flush. This second-ish. Oh well. No milk crying over lost. Wait, how's that go? No, I'm kidding. Don't worry, I don't have a stroke. No use crying over spilled milk. I'm not sure if, I don't know. Give me something, buddy. I don't know. Bad beat. Goodbye. What the hell? You're a chatty little guy, aren't you? I take back the little. I'll be honest, you freaked me out. Oh, I'll check back. Alright. He freaked me out! The bad beat right away, and then the goodbye, like, the... What are you trying to tell me, sir? Mm. Not sure about the C-bet. Stop being freaky, dudes! Now he's telling me nice play after I said a C-bet. You guys are making it weird. Oh, and the vertical guy, the pink shirt, left the tables. What's happening? Is the stream going down as well? Oh. Natural 8 being weird for a moment? Okay. And now run it once. The stream is still fine. Alright, we're back. Well, maybe. But good timing, I was just gonna say, let's call it a night in a moment, and now that the internet is acting up, might be a good cutoff point then. Stream is still fine, strangely enough, just the poker sides. To make of it. Buddy. Yeah, something weird's definitely going on. Like, natural 8 is not recovering as easily as... Alright. Shuts down when it's recognized a network error, apparently. Sorry, quiet for a moment while I resize the tapes. But we'll use this point in time. Yeah, now I've been streaming for 7 hours total. I think that's fine for a day. Probably just about to leave my A-game behind, if I'm even still playing it. And that way, when I have closed all the tables, I'll be able to figure out how we did on Natural 8 today. It's always tough to do at runtime. come on, I'm involved in a huge part. Are you shitting me? We get to see how good the net. Oh, come on. The disconnect protection is. How it works on natural aid. Yeah, this is not a basis to play on. That's not a good basis to continue streaming. With the connection being wonky. Hope I can get back to the table. I flopped the second nut flush. A huge pot. But where is it? Alright. Got back to it. Time to put it all in. Let's hope we're good. No, we're not. Yeah, we ran it once. Too bad. Too bad. Oh well. I wonder what that was about. I had a similar issue yesterday, except yesterday I took the stream down with it for a couple of minutes, but I couldn't find anything in my log files and really have no clue what was going on. Proper weird. So that wasn't good for the bankroll. Fortunately, was it a resized pot for a full buy in there? Wonder how we did in the end. Here, this is the cutoff. This is gonna be a raise fold, I suspect. That's a long tank. Finally settles on it calling. Not a great board for any 3-betting range. Not for most of it anyway. It's a nice bluffing spot, but if it's bluffed, then well done. You get bluffed every once in a while. Okay, a few more hands. Well, 2 more hands here, or 1 more now, and 2 more hands on, or 1 more on this table. Then we're gonna call it a night. What did we do on Natural 8? Natural 8 we are a tiny bit in profit, but not much, but we certainly lost a whole bunch on rounded ones, not least 2 binds for the, almost 2 binds for the big splash, but those even out over time, so I'm not worried about it. Otherwise, I don't think we played too horrible. Don't necessarily deserve to be down, but that rarely enters the equation, that word, when it comes to poker. Fair enough. Last hand here, no joy in the end. And last hand here as well. See, I do have the credit thingy somewhere here. Thanks everybody for the follows today. It's mighty appreciated. And I'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock tomorrow. I'll try to be on time because I do want to play the 4 o'clock tournament, the bounty tournament. And there'll be more cash games happening tomorrow. 2 bounty tournaments. They are part of the set of the package I sold action for. Yeah, that's about it. So, right. On the whole, 68. I think unfortunately we're down like 160 euros, so 8-ish buy-ins. Can't be helped. I certainly wish it could. But that's the score for today. We'll try to do better tomorrow. And with that, I bid you a good night. And let's head over to Mickey Mo's channel. I believe he's still online. And see what he's up to. He's a fun guy. Right. Until then, thanks for watching, for keeping me company. Hope you have a pleasant evening or night, whatever the case might be for you in your time zone. And if you want, I'll see you tomorrow.